What's up, soldiers? Steve Coyne here, and today we're breaking down the 8-week commercial gym strongman program inside the Strongman Club. One of the biggest things I hear for athletes is that they do not have access to all the specialty equipment that they might need at a strongman competition. That should never stop you from training like a strongman or training for a strongman competition, and here's why. In strongman, we only have a certain number of movement patterns that we have to maximize to be good, right? So I've branched these into a couple different categories. We have our presses. It's really counting anything overhead, your log press, axle, circus dumbbell. We have pulls. That's anything you're picking up off the floor. Also includes if you have an arm over arm type movement with a rope. We have loads. That's a stone or sandbag or odd object shoulder or load up and over onto a platform or over a bar. We have pushes, which I am considering more so our lower body type events. So we could have a sled push, for example. Move. We have moving events. Sandbag carries, farmer's walks, yoke carries, lots of options there. Explode. I am considering this as anything that's a powerful throw. So sandbag throws, keg throws, and anything you have to throw for height or distance. And lastly, brace. So brace can be considered a hold in place or in general as an athletic ability, the ability to hold strong, keep your core tight while you're doing anything. As you know, the better our posture, the better our position, which we can control through our bracing, is going to put us in better positions to lift more weight and do better on any single event. Now, we can train all of these in different ways to maximize the athletic demands that strongman requires. This is not like powerlifting where it's only 1 rep maxes. We have to have some level of strength, speed, power, endurance, but also have the grip and the stability to maintain, hold on, and just do well, not just inside an event, but over the course of a full competition. So by using smart progressions, some creative solutions, and varying intensities over different weeks and also over the 2 blocks of the program, we're going to build all of these different things at once, right? Now we're doing this in a couple different ways. We have 2 main blocks in 4 weeks of this program. There's a combination of increases in intensity with drops in volumes for some of the heavier lifts. So we'll actually peak you up in this to build a new deadlift max, but at the same time, we're doing the opposite by increasing the volume and dropping the intensity for some of these accessories so that you have the endurance, the speed, and the power to complement this strength, right? So again, we're complementing things here when we do this. In the program, we have 5 main movements that we're really using as our bread and butter to get all of this done effectively. The first is a Zercher. The Zercher is a phenomenal lift for strongman training and one of the absolute essentials you need to be using if you're training at a commercial gym, because we're holding weight in front of our body, in the crux of our elbows, and standing up tall. So when we're thinking about having the ability to load a heavy sandbag or throw a stone up to our shoulder, we're braced here and loading up. A Zercher is almost the same movement. These are not 1-for-1 exact replications, but both of these movements require the ability to brace through your core, through your upper back, and drive hard through your hips and your legs. So by using the Zercher, we're going to give you the ability to squeeze and hold on tight to those stones or sandbags, whether it's for a carry or a load. Next is overhead pressing. Now this program actually uses a couple different types of pressing. We'll have a strict press, some single arm dumbbell work, and a push press. So we're maximizing pure strength, explosive power, and stability, which is especially important if you have a circus dumbbell coming up, right? Next is a sled. So sleds are awesome tools to build all of these athletic components. And as I was saying, we use varying intensities of different lengths, different weights, and different time components so that we are training all of these elements. Some weeks you'll be having a couple fast speed sets. Other times you'll be coupling it with something like a farmer's walk so we can build your endurance and your grip. But you got to use sleds if you have access to them. They are phenomenal because they will build your leg power like nothing else. Just think naturally, if you have to do a sandbag carry where you're holding up out in front, your legs have to be moving very hard and very powerfully, which is trained best by sleds. Next, deadlifts. Deadlifts are the driver for all posterior chain backside activity in strongman. You have to have a good backside to do any of these movements effectively. So this program does build up to a 1 rep max deadlift, setting a new one for you and elevating your overall baseline levels of strength so you can perform better on everything, right? Last is marches. So if you're in a commercial gym setting, a lot of these places do not have room for you to pick up weight and move it back and forth, back and forth. The most important things in carries, whether it's a yoke carry or a sandbag carry or even farmers, is that you have good core control and stability. So one of the things that we use in this program to mimic a yoke is a heavy barbell march. So we'll get the bar on our back and we'll march in place. I want you to notice as I do this, my weight does shift just a little bit side to side. That's natural. Your body supports your weight on one side of your body as you're doing this, as it would happen in a yoke. But just by doing some marches in place, we're going to have the trained ability to stay tight, controlled, and centered for when it's time to get under a yoke at a competition. We also use Zercher marches to mimic front carries. It's the same thing. We have to have the ability to hold tight through our arms, upper back with good posture, and carry or run down a track, down a surface, doesn't matter, but with holding weight out in front in any way, you're going to mimic the exact muscles and demands of that movement. So this is a general overview of the commercial gym Strongman program. This is included for free with your membership to the Strongman Club. There's a link in the description below on top of a lot of other programs inside there, plus technique tutorials, coaching calls, and all the support that you need to be a better strongman. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, but check out the Strongman Club at that link below. We're running a 7-day free trial, so check it out. Thanks for watching. Stay strong and have a championship day.